Hello, how are you today? Good, door. Amy tells me you prefer to go by something other than Markel. Is that correct?
So that has nothing to do with anything anyway.
Okay.
That's like the least of.
I just want to know
my
how you would
worries.
like us to have you
You don't
down
need
in
to-
our
you don't have
files.
to address
Okay, all right, because
Yeah.
we're happy
You
to
know
if you'd
what
like
it
that.
is. Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so,
that she knows that. So what I'm here for is that it just does. The paper that I just got from the court said that it was just an amount of money that I never ever even seen, that Markel Murray never saw.
okay,
And that was paid out before Markel Murray was even 18 years of age.
okay. When did you turn 18? What year? What was the date that you would have turned 18?
I'm not exactly sure. So that would be, yeah. That
So-
would be in what, 2004? 2004.
So, I didn't handle this case. Kevin Sutterfield did. Met your dad, Thomas, back in the day, and it appears a lot of stuff has happened here. We no longer have these files. We don't even have a computer system to get it, and they're old enough that it's not electronically here, so we can't pull it electronically. I do have the docket, and you could go to the judge. It does appear that there were orders to show cause filed by Thomas. I can only guess as to what that is. It may have been that, now,
Who's Kevin to you?
Kevin is my old partner. He's now retired. This firm name used to be Flickinger and Sutterfield. Back when we helped you, it was Flickinger and Sutterfield. I was an attorney at this time, barely. Okay, I passed the bar in October of '98. And so I helped Kevin on this case, but he was lead counsel, and I did some work as one of the associate attorneys then.
How
okay?
does Markel Murray die and then come back to life, but only gets 80, like under 100,000 for any of it, or is that not the amount? So you don't know.
I don't know the amounts. I do know that often, if my memory serves, there was, Markel's just too long ago. You're always limited by the amount of insurance that other drivers have, right? My memory is you were in the back of a truck, it was a single car incident, and you got ejected out of the truck. Is that right? Is that what happened?
Markel Murray doesn't know because Markel Murray was dead. So Markel
Okay.
Murray wouldn't know. But
Okay.
what
So-
Leiana knows or what Leiana heard that happened was, that's not even, I mean, there's no way I even claim any of those names. I mean, I get called mom. I am who I am. But that's nothing that's why I'm trying to see exactly what, now that it's been this many years and the
Mhm.
way that Markel Murray to Markelino's been treated her whole life,
Okay.
and know that there's more to the story than what it's showing.
So to
But-
answer your question, how is it that there was only X amount of dollars? That likely had to do with the fact that there was a limited amount of insurance available to pay. So I have lots of cases with clients who might have claims that may be worth millions of dollars, but if there's only $100,000 of insurance, that's all you can get, because
Right.
people would just file bankruptcy and make the case go away.
Right, that's why my previous, my Leiana's previous insurance agent said the best thing you can always do is make sure you always get the one with the $1 million coverage.
Yeah,
Correct,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because your life is,
yeah.
can't put a price to it, but always make sure
Yeah.
it's the highest
Yeah,
one.
exactly. Yeah, try to get as much under and uninsured motorist coverage as you can get. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
So, only a certain amount? Probably because there was only a limited amount of insurance available. Now, on the docket, I can see all kinds of stuff happening. In order to show cause, usually would be somebody saying, hey, I'm not so sure this money's being properly protected. Okay?
Well, I don't think that Markel Murray even saw all the money that was paid out.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
What, you guys don't have your paycheck stubs of what you paid out in 1999
No,
to certain cases?
no, not that old, no. We don't have any documents. It's long been closed. Don't have anything. The best place for you to get information on what happened with us. Furthermore, Markel, when we give money to a parent for a minor, normally what the judge is demanding is the judge says, you gotta go put this in a bank account and protect it until the minor's an adult. Once the clients leave, we've done all we can do. We have a conservator appointed, which was either your mother or your father, I can't recall who. I think it was joint, because I remember, again, I can't remember the name of the other attorney. Your mother's name is, I was trying to see if your mother was your appointment of guardian ad litem.
Petitioner was Suzette Hadman.
Suzette Hadman, yeah. Is that your mother, Suzette Hadman?
No.
Okay. Now, who is Suzette Hadman?
So, I don't know. Or Markel Murray was, I don't know.
Okay.
Leiana doesn't know who that is.
Okay. In any event, once the judge issues the order, we give the check to the conservator. The conservator has legal duties and obligations, and that's all we can do. And the case is closed from our point of view from that on. So what happened to the money thereafter, we don't know. Well, we don't follow that, nor can we.
Amy, could you excuse us again?
Amy, will you give me a pad of paper, please? I have a
Yes.
pen, but if you give me a pad of paper.
Okay. So, could there be two numbers to this case? Two different?
Unlikely. Possible, I suppose, but
Why would there be a dismissal?
a dismissal.
Why would they dismiss it when they only dispersed?
I don't see a
Into
dismissal.
why-
I
do
just
you
see it
see
was
that they-
dispersed. So there was an
What was
order
dispersed?
dispersing the funds.
And the funds say that there was not ever an amount, or what the funds that was dispersed in 2002 was never an amount that.
I don't know.
Ever saw.
I don't know. I don't have answers for you about that. That would need to be something that you talk about with your parents. I don't know.
Marking my experience, that's not what it seems to be.
So Thomas is your father, correct?
No.
Thomas Murray?
No. So that will never be something that Markel Murray was killed at the accident. Markel Murray
Okay.
was revived by, that is what they say, by
Mhm.
James Reichman,
Okay,
the older one.
okay,
And then Markel Murray, at age 17, turned into Markel Lee.
okay,
So, the way that Markel Murray was treated through childhood and through life,
mhm,
including this accident,
mhm,
seems as if there was an insurance policy in place. Then after the death, then there was revival, that there's a lot of things that Markel Murray would probably never, or Markel Lee would probably never claim those two individuals as her biological parents.
got it, understood, okay, I understand that now.
Or, yeah, I don't know if that's clear enough, but
But I guess my point is that I don't know what happened. Wasn't involved as an attorney there, neither was Kevin Sutterfield. And at this point, what Kevin Sutterfield did back in 1999 is so old, it's so long ago, we don't have anything there.
Markel Murray was told that you won the case.
I'm working from memory that is at this point 25 years old, okay? So 25 years ago, my recollection, there was a dispute between Markel's mother and father as to which parent was going to be in charge of the funds. Parents didn't trust each other. Thomas hired our firm. Markel's mother hired I think it might have been Brian Harrison, I can't remember the name of the other attorney. There was a dispute as to who is allowed, which parent is allowed to be in charge of the funds. I don't recall the resolution. I believe Thomas was allowed to be the one, my best recollection, Thomas was allowed to be conservator. In that regard, you could say we won, and that Thomas was allowed to be the conservator, the one who's in charge of the money. It may have also been that both parents were deemed to be co-conservators, equally responsible. I don't know. There appears to be many filings afterward that did not involve our firm. I don't believe we were involved on any of those matters whatsoever. There's orders to show cause. That's likely one parent saying, I think the other parent took the money. I want to know what happened to the money. And it appears that there was an order from the judge to disperse the funds, and I don't know what that would be, don't know how much it would be. I don't have any other information. The only way that you can get this is to go to the courthouse. It's so old, it's not available electronically. So you can go to the courthouses, the information, and you can ask them for copies of the file. They do charge you, and I think it's not too cheap. I think it's 50 cents a page. They do charge you for that information. But at this point, if your concern is that one of the people in charge of the money mismanaged the funds, stole the funds, never gave the money to Markel, that's a separate legal action against parents for violation of duties as conservator. That's not the kind of work we do. You would need to see a different attorney about that to see if there could maybe be some sort of a lawsuit over that. And maybe they stole the money, didn't give it to who they needed to give it to. You do have a legal duty and obligation as conservator. That's the legal term. You're a conservator of the action. And you have a responsibility to protect the funds, preserve the funds for the minor until the minor is emancipated, becomes an adult. Typically it happens when somebody's 18, but you can, through various legal statutes or issues, become an adult otherwise. You can have a court declare you an adult, for example. So
Is marriage at a minor age, does that just automatically emancipate you?
it does, yeah. I believe if you're older than 16, if you are married, then automatically you're an adult. Either if you marry at age 16 or 17 is my memory. Haven't looked at that in a while. It's not the area of law that I do.
There was appeals or anything filed after this thing where you felt that it was done? Is there gonna be different case numbers, or you'll still have the same?
I think we still have the same case number. The appeals that I have done, they still have the same case number, and there would be notice of appeal on the docket here.
So there was no appeals to this?
Not that I can see. Let me just double check. Co-guardians ad litem, which suggests both parents were appointed as guardian ad litem. And then there was a petition filed for co-conservators. So it looks like both parents were appointed as co-conservators. That usually happens when the parents don't trust each other. So they both want to look out and kind of see what's going on on this. Almost exactly 25 years ago, all of this. And then 2 years later, someone filed orders to show cause. Thomas Murray filed an affidavit in support of the motion for an order to show cause. This suggests Thomas is the one who wanted an order to show cause. My guess, it's an educated guess, my guess is Thomas felt the money was mismanaged or stolen or something was wrong with it. So he wanted an order to show cause as to why somebody didn't follow the judge's orders. That's when you file an order to show cause because somebody didn't do what the judge told them to do. So that's my guess as to what that's about. And so you would want to, and then the order to show cause was canceled. There was a trust account created in May of 2002. And then there was a trust payout to Markel Murray on May 1 of 2002. Filed receipt for check number 21282 by Brian C. Harrison. And the order to show cause was canceled. And then 6 months later, there was a motion to disperse funds. January 2003, there was an order dispersing the funds. So I would recommend you get the order dispersing the funds. There is no appeal. There was no appeal. So this is it. This is all that I can find. Is there anything else?
Yes, so. It's just the whole medical record for, the name on it says Marcelino, but it's assumingly, that's the wrong word, but I think that it starts from Markel Murray to Markel Lino to Markel, or to Leiana, to whatever, to all of those specific names.
So I don't need the medical records from 25 years ago. That will be helpful to us for this case.
Well, it's just from beginning so that you guys can pull out. I already told one of your girls that Leiana went through and looked at the date from when you told me till the date of when you asked, what was it, 16 to 21? And that was, all I saw was the people here in Provo.
Okay. And you've already told my team this?
Yes, this is already multiple times.
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming. If you have other questions, please call or reach out.
So how long until you get it again?
I need those records. And how long the records of the clinic which you've seen here, before the accident. And it's up to them to give it to us. I don't know how long before they give it to us. I'm sorry? Whoever you just referenced, you said you told the girls
Well, what it says is that I got those records on it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
so.
I would love those. Yeah, if you have those. I thought you were referring to the records that were 25 years ago. That would be helpful. But records of the past 5 years prior to it would be helpful. That would be helpful. Okay. Yeah, sure. Please do. Yeah, that would be very helpful.
Or should I?
You just drop them off here. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.